My name is B. Mokshnath Reddy, Department of CSE from Karunya Institute of Technology and Sciences. Now I am explaining lab experiment 3, array implementation of linear queue. The queue is also an abstract data type or a linear data structure in which the first element is inserted from one end called rear and the deletion of the existing element takes place from the other end called as front. This makes the queue a first in first out data structure, which means that element inserted first will also be removed first. These are the examples for this experiment. Now below you see the pseudocode for this experiment. Now the implementation of the code we'll see later in the VS Code. This code is done by using Python programming implements a linear queue using a list. A queue is a data structure that follows first in first out. That means the first element inserted is the first one removed. We can perform the three main operations: insert, delete and display. Here max 5. This limits the queue size to 5 elements. Queue is equal to none into max size. Create a list with 5 empty slots. Front and rear are set to -1 to show that the queue is initially empty. For example, so before any operations, queue is equal to array of it shows none 5 times. We have to define insert operation. First, this function adds an element at the rear end of the queue. If rear is equal to max size -1, it prints queue overflow. You cannot insert. Else, otherwise, we take input new element to insert. Then we increase rear and store the element at queue. Finally, we display a message confirming the insertion. For example, if we insert 10, 20, 30, queue becomes array of 10, 20, 30, none, none. We have to define delete. This function is used to remove an element from the front of the queue. If the queue is empty, front is equal to size -1. Then we'll print queue underflow. You cannot delete. Else print deleted elements. For example, if q is equal to 10, 20, 30 and we delete once, it removes 10 and front now point to 20. Now we have to define display. This function displays all elements currently present in the queue. If front is equal to -1 or front greater than rear, it will print queue is empty. Else it will print queue consists of. For example, after inserting 10, 20, 30 and deleting one element, it displays 20, 30. Now we have to provide menu driven interface to interact with the user. Now if we press 1, it will insert. If we give 2, it will delete. If we press 3, it will display. By pressing 4, it will exit. Now we'll run the code and we'll see the output. I'll select, I'll insert 5. Now again I'll choose 1. Now again I insert 4. Now I choose the choice 2. See, when I delete, it deleted number 5. Now I will display the elements. The queue consists only one element. It's called 4. That's all in this video, and thank you.